Hi everyone, my name's Kate Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. Today I'm delighted to share with you this lovely little Christmas card. It uses the Tag It stamp set and it uses some of our glimmer paper. It uses a new Chevron Punch and our Christmas washi paper or washi tape. So I'm going to show you how to put this together from start to finish. Now on the inside you can see the sparkle continues along with a really nice sentiment. So the first thing that I did is I went ahead and I got my Tag It stamp set. This is actually a Ronald McDonald House stamp set. So for every one purchased by you, $3 is donated to the Ronald McDonald House charities. Stampin' Up! Does this every year. They bring out a new stamp set. And I've already gone ahead, I've stamped it on a piece of scrap Whisper White paper, and I've cut it out with a framelit that coordinates with it perfectly. It's from our Chalk Talk framelit set. And then what I did is I have some pieces of paper here to make the actual card with. This is a 4.5 by 11 inch piece of cherry cobbler paper. It's scored at 5.5, and that makes a nice card to start with, a good card base. Let me go ahead and crease this with my bone folder. And then the next thing that I did is I needed some Whisper White panels. This is 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and I need two, one for the outside of my card and one for the inside of my card. And the next thing that we need to do is bring our Chevron Punch in. Stampin' Up! Introduced this past summer, and I haven't really had a chance to use it very much. So I'm going to now to show you how to do this card. So what I'm doing is I'm actually putting this panel of Whisper White paper in, and I'm just putting it in so that the right hand edge is even with this side of the punch here. And making one punch, and out it comes, and it looks just lovely. And so we'll take our chevrons. You can use those on another project if you'd like to. And then the next thing is to get a little scrap piece of glimmer paper, and then I'm just going to put this on the back with the glimmer facing down so that it will peek through the chevron. Then I'm just going to take some old-fashioned Scotch tape and tape that in place on the back of my white panel. So that's the front. And then we need to take our washi tape. This is actually called the Season of Style Washi Tape. It comes in a roll like this. And this is one of my unopened packs. I've got some packs sitting here waiting to be used. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, I hope I can do this good for the camera. I am just going to set this down so that it's about a 1/2 inch from the bottom of my card. Try to make that somewhat straight. And then I'll take a little paper snips and snip off this edge. And I'm not real worried about how that edge looks because I'm just going to wrap the tape around to the back. The next one is the green one. So I'm going to, again, give myself some to work with, and I'm just going to line that up so it's right next to that red tape there. And again, we're just going to trim this off and wrap it around the back. And then we need one more piece of the washi tape. This is sort of a crumb cake color. Set this right in here. And again, line it up right next to the tape. Bring it all the way to the end. And we'll just cut that like we did the other ones. Bring that around to the back, smooth it out a little bit, and it's ready to go. So now we're going to take some, I've got some snail here, and we're just going to snail this onto our card. Just go ahead and go like this all the way around. Now snail doesn't stick on the back of our glimmer paper, so I won't even bother putting it there. It's too shiny. The snail will just roll right back up into your cartridge. So we're just going to set this right here. This is kind of a nice flat card, so it's good for mailing. It's good for putting a Christmas letter in with. And we have our cute little tag that's going to go on the front of our card. And I'm just going to take some scrap pieces of dimensionals. I don't know about you, but I always use my dimensionals all the way through. So even the edges and the sides get used up. And peel that off, and you can see how quickly this is going together. So that can just go right here. And then I kind of like a little rhinestone to be in my card, just right here on his hat. So I have my rhinestones just in a plastic box, and then I can just pull one out, and then using my paper piercer, I go ahead and I just push one off, and then we're just going to place it right here on his little hat, which I think adds the perfect finishing touch. And then on the inside, we're going to get that white panel, and we're going to take a strip of this lovely shimmer or glimmer paper, and using our snail, or I'm sorry, this is not snail, using our multi-purpose liquid glue, I'm just going to put a little bead of glue all the way along that strip, and then we're just going to glue that right onto the base of our inside panel. And I like to do this because I like to carry some element from the outside of my card into the inside of my card. I think it just adds a lot, because the first thing people do when they get a card is open it up. And if there's nothing on the inside, it's a little bit of a disappointment, so we don't want anyone to be disappointed. This is the stamp set that I'm using for the sentiment on the inside. May your holidays be wrapped in happiness and trimmed with the love of family and friends. It's one of my very favorite sentiments. It's a stamp set that you won't find in our catalogs. However, it is available to order online. You just have to search for More Merry Messages. And we'll go ahead and we'll ink that up with Cherry Cobbler ink. And I have it on a block D, and I have an arrow actually on my stamp, so I always know which way is up. I don't put the stickers on my stamps. I probably would if I was just stamping by myself, but with so many customers using my stamp sets, I find that the stickers sometimes don't hold as well when they're not properly pushed down onto the stamp. You need to hold it firmly about 10 seconds for the sticker to activate and to get cushioned onto the stamp block, and sometimes we're just a little too impatient to do that, and then it falls off, and you know what happens when ink falls on an almost completed project. It's a disaster, to say the least. So now we're going to take the snail, and again, we don't need to put snail all over, just a little bit up here on the top of our inside panel. I'm going to open up the card, and we're going to set this right here, nice and centered, and our card is complete. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Have a great day, and thanks so much for stopping by Stamping to Share. Bye-bye.